Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Nigeria. It's such a beautiful morning here, and it's a pleasure to always be on your screens. This is Agriculture for Today and Tomorrow with Daniel Black. Yesterday we discussed on different export crops that you can go into, decide to turn as a business that are thriving in Nigeria. Remember that this program is a Media for Agricultural Development Program of Growth for Sustainable Agriculture Initiative, and here we promote smart solutions for greener harvest. The essence of this program is to educate and sensitize Nigerians on how to be part of the agricultural system, increase food production, and of course ensure food security in Nigeria. So we will be continuing on that list of very profitable and thriving agro commodities that you can actually go into exportation in Nigeria. And yesterday we also talked, from our feedback, we got people asking, we are yet to feed ourselves, we are yet to have enough to eat, and why are we talking about exportation? It is important for us to notice that we cannot just focus on feeding ourselves. Feeding ourselves is key. Production for local consumption is key, but exportation is also important to balance our foreign exchange. Of course, you know that we may not be able to produce entirely everything we eat, so you have to have a very balanced foreign exchange to be able to compensate, to be able to purchase, to be able to trade for those other things that you cannot produce by yourself. So hence the need for us to also, while developing local production, also develop the export production. So we will continue with the list of items that have been proven to thrive, have been proven to be profitable, have been proven never to go out of season, always available if the right investment is put into place. All right, so today we will be starting with the ginger that we all know. Ginger is a very, very important commodity, both medicinally, also even used in cooking, and it has a whole lot of a variety of uses. And you see, ginger thrives a whole lot in Nigeria. In fact, ginger grows as a weed. Ginger is highly potent, and of course it sells much in India, sells in United States, and sells in Europe. So you can use it for food seasoning, use it for pharmaceuticals, use it for cosmetic items. So if you are able to source ginger, if you are wherever you know that ginger is being produced in Nigeria, which I dare say it's abundant, it thrives very well in almost all parts of Nigeria. At least I've seen it thrive in the south. I've seen it, of course, definitely in the north, in just Plateau states. This ginger grows very, very abundantly. So this is one crop you can decide to process and of course develop it into an export product, either as a raw material like this or as a byproduct of one of the processing. So ginger is very, very important. Ginger is very profitable when we talk about exportation. We'll move on to the next crop that we can also look into handling. We talk about soybeans. Soybeans is another crop that is very, very highly export valuable. So in soybeans, it can be used for animal feed, can be used for oil production, can be used in food processing. It can be used both in the medicinal, in the food industry, and a whole lot of other industrial raw materials. Soybeans is in dire demand in China, Japan, and of course the Middle East. So soybeans is a very, very profitable crop to be used for an export, to balance our export trade. So if you're able to invest in soybeans farmers, if you're able to invest in off-taking of soybeans, if you're able to invest in cleaning and processing of soybeans, I assure you that there are off-takers waiting in the international market to off-take. And of course, you know that when you're exporting, you'll be transacting in dollars. So of course, you're earning in foreign currency, which of course gives you some level of leverage to survive the current economic hardship. And then another crop that you can also consider, depending on your location in the country, is shea butter. Did you know that shea butter is very, very valuable in the international market? Shea butter is this shea butter has over 10 processing value. Shea butter can be used for cosmetics, can be used for pharmaceuticals, can be used for food production, can be used in different varieties. And shea butter thrives in Nigeria. We have a whole lot of it from the west to the south. You see so many people hawking it. If you're able to source and bring them together as an agro commodity and then export them, you will be making a whole lot of money in Europe, United States, and Asia. They have very high demand for shea butter. And of course, we have it here in Nigeria, so why not? Why not package it and prepare it for export? So for those of us that have been thinking, what kind of business can I go into in agriculture? I would love to enter the agricultural value chain, and probably you do not want to farm. You do not want to be a farmer. You do not want to dirty or put your hands in the soil. This is something you can do. You can encourage the local farmers. You can set up plantations, work with farm cooperatives, and set up 10,000 hectare plantations, 1,000 hectare plantations of shea butter, and then you now set up a processing factory, a processing line that can get you the product you need, either as a nut or as the butter, the processed and extracted butter. All right, so yeah, another one. This is a very common one in Nigeria, but I bet you did not know that it had export value. The hibiscus flower. Did I hear someone say hibiscus flower? That is the zobo you drink. The zobo that is being hawked around Nigeria by retailers, by people and all of that. Zobo has a very high export value. So the question is, why are you still thinking? Why are you still delaying in coming into the agricultural space? By the time you bring in your funds and you offtake and pay the farmers directly, you are directly investing in the agricultural landscape, and you're empowering the farmer to do more. You're empowering the farmer, encouraging the farmer to expand. So if he used to farm a hectare before, by the time you come in as an investor of taking hibiscus flower, which we call zobo, from them, they are encouraged to probably expand and extend their production capacity. Of course, we all know that hibiscus comes in beverages. It is used in color dyes. It is used as medicinal product, and a host of other byproducts that can be used in by Zobo, and it sells in very many places. It sells in Germany, it sells in Mexico, it sells in United States, it sells in Asia. This actually sells almost all around the world because of its diverse uses and diverse functions. So Zobo is another crop that you can export and get some very good valuable returns from it. We'll also move on to cotton. Cotton, of course, cotton has been an age-long product in Nigeria. Cotton, from from time immemorial, cotton has been produced in the north and has been. In fact, there was a time that Nigerian economy survived on cotton. And the question now is, why is it no more surviving on cotton? Or why, now that we have a supplementary revenue stream, which is the oil, why are we not supplementing? Why are we not seeing a booster? So cotton is also a very, very viable export product that can be used, that can be produced and exported to the global market with very, very high returns. The current price of cotton is very, very encouraging, comes with a whole lot of very high profit margin. And then, of course, our last crop that we'll be highlighting for today is also yam. Yes, yam. Nigeria is exporting. Nigeria happens to be one of the biggest, the global producers of yam. The yam that we all know. This yam actually comes in different varieties, but the white yam, Nigeria is one of the biggest producers globally, and it is being exported to Europe. You did not know? You stay where yam is being produced, and you did not know you could actually clean up, process your yam and export them out. So it's that now you know, and I'm expecting that we will have more people encouraging farmers, more people outsourcing, more people bringing in more funds, because the question is, if we take all the yam and export to Europe, export to Germany, what happens to the people inside here? If you bring money and you pay the farmers and offtake their yams, what happens? They go in and farm more. They go in and ensure that they farm more. Right now, probably they are trying to sell to the local market. If the global market comes in, you think that a farmer that had 10 yams today and you bought from him all 10 yams at a profitable price margin, he will go home and sleep? No, he would be encouraged and knowing that, oh, there's more to be sold. He would plant more, and of course there will be more yams. It will stimulate the production economy, and there will be more yams to produce. We over yesterday and today, we've been encouraging people to come into agriculture, and of course we have always stated that agriculture is a long value chain. You can come in at any point in time, you can come in at any point in the value chain. You do not have to be the farmer, the one doing the primary production. You can as well bring in the inputs for production, and the farmers are going to buy. You can as well stay at the farm gate and be an off-taker. You can be a transporter of farm produce. You can come in as a storer of farm produce. You know that farm produce have their unique requirements in transportation and storage. You can also be a financier. At least the financial industry can come in and develop very unique financial models for financing farms and agri products. You can come in as an educator, ensuring that proper education, proper information about agricultural and sustainable farming practices are being sent down, trickled down to those that need it. You can be an extension agent. There's a whole lot that you can do, and of course tech is not left out of it to come into the value chain. There are a whole lot of tech solutions that can be brought in to ensure that we carry out smart farming, which we've been talking about. Smart farming, ensuring that using technology and data-driven farm operations to maximize profit and maximize yield. So there's a whole lot of things that you can do coming into agriculture without just being in the primary production point. So that is it today. We'll be taking a wrap on agriculture for today and tomorrow, where we have encouraged and ensured that you get to have an idea of crops that you can actually export and get profitable margins. We'll see you tomorrow with a guest, another topic, and follow us on social media. Drop your comments, drop your questions, whatever you would like us to discuss, or whatever inquiries you've always wanted to make in agriculture. Follow us on social media on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at GSA Initiative to drop your questions and inquiries, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Our first efforts at democracy and self-government were abruptly arrested in the mid-60s, largely as a result of the incongenial atmosphere engendered by the uncompromising stance adopted by the political parties of the First Republic. Thus, opportunities were lost for our people to interact and learn to accommodate different points of view for the betterment of the country. We must not allow that episode to repeat itself. The new system that we have adopted presents us with yet another opportunity to achieve national integration, which is a prerequisite for the building of a strong and virile nation. Our first efforts at democracy and self-government were abruptly arrested